Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Today is NTI day 25 and we are continuing to look at geometry. Now yesterday we learned about the different types of angles. Today we're going to talk about the different types of lines. This is important because we're going to be moving into comparing and contrasting different types of shapes, and you have to use that rich vocabulary such as angles and lines. You got to be able to identify this shape has this type of line, this shape has this type of angle. So before we are able to do that, we have to know the different types of lines. So let's get started. The first type of lines, and we have looked at this over and over since the beginning of school, parallel lines. Now, when we're talking about lines, the most important thing that you need to know is that lines keep going. In a shape, they end up being closed, so it's hard to visualize it, but lines go on forever and ever and ever. So if I were to draw this shape, a trapezoid, okay, you need to know that these lines keep going. See that? So you have to envision it in this way. So remember, when I talk about lines, lines keep going, okay? And where they intersect, we know is called the vertex. We learned that yesterday. Okay, so parallel lines are lines that never meet. Okay, we have that joke. It's so sad that parallel lines will never meet because they're so much alike. They keep going in opposite directions, and they'll go on forever and ever and ever and ever, and they never meet. They never have a vertex. So if we were to look at this shape, we'd know the parallel lines are this line and this line. Because look, they go on forever and ever, and they're never going to meet each other. Okay, so the important thing to know, parallel lines, they never meet. All right, next type of line. It's called intersecting lines. Intersecting lines do just that. They intersect. Okay, so they're like this. Or like this. They create a V. See that V? So if we're talking about shapes and some different intersecting lines, triangles always have intersecting lines. The lines that intersect, this line intersects with this line. See that? They come into contact with each other. We know that this line intersects with this line. Right here, they come into contact with each other. Okay? So intersecting lines, they intersect. They cross each other. The last type of line that we're going to look at is perpendicular. Now, this is a word that I'd like you to use a lot when we start classifying quadrilaterals. Perpendicular, they form right angles. We know what a right angle is because we learned it yesterday. It's an angle that's like a corner, 90 degrees. So that's if this line is running this way, and this line is running this way. Makes that perfect 90-degree angle. It makes a perfect corner. So running this way and this way, you get that corner. These are perpendicular. Sometimes they look like this. See that? Because you have a 90-degree angle here, a 90-degree angle here, a 90-degree angle here, and a 90-degree angle here. Okay? So if we're talking about shapes that have perpendicular lines, well, that would be like a rectangle. It has perpendicular lines because look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles. So this would be perpendicular lines, this set of red lines. This set of green lines are perpendicular lines. This set of yellow lines are perpendicular lines. See that? They form those 90-degree angles. You also have a square has perpendicular lines. Let's do it in black. Okay, because look, it has 4 right angles. So here's a set of perpendicular lines. Here's a set of perpendicular lines. Okay, they cross each other and make 90-degree angles. So what do I want you to do today? This is the important part. This is why it's really important that you watch this video. Number 1, you're going to get a green line reflex. Number 2, you're going to watch this YouTube video. Okay, the video you're watching right now. But your grade, actually change this. Your grade today depends on 2 assignments mainly. And that is your Edpuzzle grade and your Google Slides grade. Okay, so I've gotten my green light. You can go ahead and say, all right, check. All right, I'm watching this video on YouTube and she's about to tell me everything that I need to do for the day. Check. Okay, so and then there's an Edpuzzle that's on Google Classroom. So you'll just watch that and you answer those questions. Now, your Google Slides. I've assigned you a Google Slide. It says types of lines. Okay, and then it has your standard. Your standard is what you're supposed to know. The directions, I'm just going to copy and paste the URL to this video on directions so that you know to watch this video in order to know what you're supposed to do. Okay, so parallel lines, you're going to write the definition, what is parallel lines right here. Then it says example. Okay, this is where a lot of you guys are going to get confused and ask me, I don't know how to do this. Well, you got to watch my video in order to know how to do this. Okay, you're going to go ahead and insert lines that are parallel. So there's this line button right here. See, line. When you have that, you can actually drag and make your own lines. Boom. I click off. There it is. And boom. There would be my parallel lines. Now I can go back and grab them and edit them to make them a little bit longer or move them wherever I want them. Okay, say you don't like the line that you made and you're frustrated. That's okay. Remember, in Google Slides, we have an undo button. So I wish I would have kept it up there, or I wish it was a little bit shorter. You can undo any action that you just did. Okay, so if you accidentally delete something off this slide, it's not a big deal. You can just undo it. So I'm going to undo both of those so that it's clear for you guys. You're going to do that for all these slides. So intersecting. We know examples of intersecting. You'll go ahead and you'll insert the lines. Boom. And boom. Okay. So you'll write your definition in here, and then you're going to draw me an example. And do those. All right. So let me know if you have any questions, and make sure that you get all 4 of these things done today. The Edpuzzle is a fun little song that helps you remember the 3 different types of lines.